amongst active players. Clark, backdoor, Martin, easy two. Last year's national championship game.
She has more size and length.
Clark, you bet! Oh, huge three there for the freshman Williams. A Folter running the other way, lays it in. 3:30 to go in the first quarter. Clark looking to turn the corner, lays it in. In the backcourt, Martin gets it ahead. Iowa with numbers. Here's Clark. Catch, fire, and hit. Running. Clark eyes up behind the back, through the lane, lays it in. Weaving through traffic, pizza pies at home. Time. Here's Clark. Clark bounces away, 5 to shoot, shovels back. O'Grady, sure. Clark was trying to redirect a pass. Clark, oh my!
That's for them in the first half.
Here's Martin running to the floor and lays it in on the dime. Clark wheels around, evades Van Lith, and drains it. IV, because she's been so sick before that UCLA game. That's how sick she was. Clark! There's Martin. Clark, again coming off the screens. Clark steps back, fires, you bet!
Bunting schedule. None of what you're seeing tonight should surprise you because she's been doing it all season.
Oh, what a pass!
I know it's been a minute, but life happens. But what better way to make a comeback than to talk about what's been going on with Caitlin Clark, my new favorite player, even over all the NBA players, college men basketball players. She the funnest to watch for sure. But first, of course, just like most of us, I never watched women's basketball, period. Besides when UConn was on that winning streak, they had like that long winning streak like 10 years ago when they won like 100 games in a row, when like 3-4 national championships. I had watched one of their national championships that they had won. I think it was either the second or third one in a row. So, but outside of that, I never watched women's college basketball. I barely watched the WNBA, so why the hell would I be watching women's basketball, college basketball? But last year, like Caitlin Clark, when she lost the national championship to Angel Reese and LSU, that's when their names kind of really got brung up and people was talking about it, and it kind of like shined the spotlight on women's college basketball with Angel Reese pointing to her ring finger in front of Caitlin Clark, and ever since then both of them have blew up in their own way or whatever, and a lot of people was looking at it like a Bird versus Magic thing in the national championship back when that happened. I think it was 79. Because always racial barriers with one being white, one being black, but then also they was looking at it like, like Caitlin Clark was the better player because she won National Player of the Year, just like Larry Bird did when he went against Magic in the national championship. But Magic had the better team, just like Angel Reese had the better team, in which they ended up winning, just like Magic ended up winning. So that was kind of what the talk was really about. So this season, I decided to start paying attention because when she broke the record, the all-time NCAA scoring record for women that been held for like 30, 40 years, and then they were saying, of course, she was leading the nation in scoring and assists. So I'm like, dang, that's crazy. Anytime if a player leads the anything, any association, college, high school, whatever, and points and assists, like that's a real good versatile player. So but somehow or the other, I looked them both up. Like, I was looking up who Caitlin Clark is, which school, like the Google, basically I Googled her. So I seen that I seen when her birthday was, so I seen that we had the same birthday. Her birthday, January 22nd, like mine. So I'm like, oh, that's crazy or whatever like that. So I'm like, okay, so I know about I could kind of see where her mentality come from. And then of course she Aquarius, and But you people who don't know about astrology, I'm not even gonna get into it. I got a whole separate channel about that, breaking that down and proving that to people. But if you know astrology, you know that Aquarius players just so happen to be great good at basketball. Like I did my research, and when it comes to, like, if you believe in astrology and each sign and all of that type of stuff, Aquarius people just tend to be good at that. Well, really sports period, because Wayne Gretzky in hockey is Aquarius, and then you got in football, you got Lawrence Taylor, who Aquarius, who considered the greatest defensive player. Then you got Randy Moss, who Aquarius. Then in basketball, Michael Jordan, the GOAT, Hakeem, Bill Russell, like, I can go on and on. And then even in soccer, Ronaldo is a Aquarius. So, I just started to notice that then even on the high school level, when we won the state championship Persia High School in 2009, um my boy, the best player on the team, Keith, he was an Aquarius. And then I'm an Aquarius myself. Like, so, and I always knew how to play basketball. Like, it just comes natural it came natural to me. So I'm guessing, like it just come natural to us. But of course not all, because I'm pretty sure it's a lot of Aquarius out there who can't hoop. But us that, has some athletic ability or really trained and, put our emphasis on that, and we ended up being good at it. But because even Randy Moss was good at basketball, but he just ended up going to football. But anyway, so once I started to learn that, I'm like, okay, let me start, watching her, whatever like that. Like it gave us that connection to where, like, okay, she got my birthday, like, I'm a root for her, whatever like that, and see what she really about. So I started watching her this like right after they announced that she broke the NCAA scoring record. So it was towards the end of the season. So from watching her, then of course I didn't watch these last couple March Madness games, and she really, like, she really something different. Like she played just like Steph Curry. Like I haven't seen no player, even in the NBA, maybe besides like Dame, and then people say Jordan Poole, because we know that Jordan Poole is a fake wannabe Steph Curry. You could tell that Jordan Poole watched Steph Curry in practice and just tried to beat him. Like, but no offense, Jordan Poole, you actually all right. I actually think the worst would have been better if they would have kept you and got rid of Draymond ass. But yeah, but anyway, but like the way that she really be pulling up from 30 off the dribble, like her ability to shoot off the dribble, like it's just like Steph Curry or maybe Dame to a certain degree, because Dame be doing that also, shoot from deep off the dribble. But the way it looks a lot like Steph Curry to where, and then some of the shots she was hitting, like today versus LSU, I was like, yeah, I only seen Steph Curry hit some of these threes like this. So she definitely like the female Steph Curry, but the difference is, and what's even crazier is that she the best passer I done seen since Magic or even LeBron. Like, cause I'm gonna get I know I be hating on LeBron a lot, and we be talking a lot about LeBron, but LeBron is of course one of the best passers and a great passer, especially considering his size. Somebody his size is really only comparable to Magic, somebody that's that tall that can really pass like that. But she definitely got the vision for sure. Like some of the passes she made this game and even the game before this, because she had over 10 assists these last two games, is like the passes be right on the money. Like pinpoint passes, even like Chris Paul. Let's not forget Chris Paul. Like, like, so I'm like, she could shoot like Curry, and then she could pass like a Chris Paul, Steve Nash. I'm like, wow. Like, like she really, I could see why she bringing all of the hype to college basketball, and she might be the one to save, women's basketball, because I'm pretty sure when she gets to the WNBA, it's gonna be a lot of hype also to see, what end up happening with that. But like she definitely really exciting to watch. Like, for sure, for sure. And then a couple of her moves going to the rim, like, her game is really tight. Her game is really there. Her only problem, because when people be breaking up, like they said Rob Parker or somebody say that she should play in the NBA or play in Ice Cube Big Three. They talking about Ice Cube was making her an offer. Like, no, like, it's a difference between women and men. I'm sorry, women. It is what it is, and especially when it comes to sports, because physicality and being, like you put Kawhi Leonard or Paul George or LeBron and somebody on her, it's over with. Like she ain't even gonna be able to move for real. Like, come on now. Like it's not gonna work. I think she only like 6 feet and she can't be more than like 170 pounds. She probably like 150, 140 or something like that. So it's like, come on now. And then even tonight, what I noticed like Angel Reese, because this was my first time really watching her for real. And I seen like, she was being dominant out there. She did get injured. Maybe if she didn't get injured, it would have been even more closer game than it was, even though she came back out there and stuff. But she played like Anthony Davis a little bit to where, and she's 6'3", so I'm 6'2", so she even taller than me, which is crazy. But she played like it too, to where it's a whole different ball game to where Caitlin Clark couldn't, do nothing with her. She can't check her or she can't rebound over her. It's really nothing that they really could have did with Angel Reese for real, as you see. So, and she only 6'3" and probably don't even weigh 200 pounds. So imagine if they put somebody who's 6'6", 6'8" on Caitlin Clark, or Caitlin Clark got to guard somebody who's 6'6", or something like that. Like, come on now, like it ain't even really worth talking about. But we comparing her to women, like like on a woman standards, like yeah, she that girl for real. Like she the like I said, the female Steph Curry, and I believe Steph Curry can pass, and his passing is underrated. And just because they let Draymond run the offense, because that's the only thing he out there and he can do. But people like to say that Draymond sets up the offense, and Curry could have did that himself. He a good enough ball handler and passer to have ran the offense. They just got to get Draymond something in. Steph like to play off the ball a lot, so it helps somebody else being able to handle the ball so he can catch and shoot, which something that Caitlin Clark is really lacking, which when she get into the WNBA, maybe they'll get that for her. Maybe if people listening to me for the most part. But so she could play off the ball, because I could definitely tell she can be a spot up shooter like Steph can also. So the only difference is that she don't have like handles like Steph do. Because to me, like Steph got the second best handles after Kyrie. Like, Curry handles is, A+ for sure, for sure. So she got kind of basic handles like, a Kobe or Jordan handles, to where like she can get to where she need to go and you ain't stealing it, but it's not flashy, like a Kyrie or a Jamal Crawford or nothing. But so in that aspect, she lacking the handles, but she can pass, but just as good as anybody that I've seen, and better than some NBA players that I see. It's NBA players who don't have the vision that she got, for sure, for sure. So yeah, she definitely the truth for sure. And I'm definitely gonna watch the game on Friday. They playing UConn, because UConn actually just beat who's that? I think USC, with the other girl that everybody like and been paying attention to. And she played like LeBron, like going to the rim. Like, I was watching her. And what's her name? On USC, y'all know who I'm talking about. That had a few drinks, so a memory. But dang, is her last name Walk? I can't. Oh, Juju. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Juju. Watching her play, and a lot of people like her because she a freshman, and she good to be a freshman. Like I said, she going to the rim. She good. She remind me of how LeBron is. Like they kind of unstoppable when they go into the rim. So she definitely got that, and she play aggressive, like going to the rim, like one to contact and stuff, kind of like LeBron do. So she's straight, but they ended up losing to UConn, and UConn got they gonna have to worry about. I forgot whoever UConn center is with the braids. She a beast down there, and I can see her being like Angel Reese on the board. So I was gonna have to put their biggest defender on her, and they don't have to worry about her, because you could tell she tall too, and she gonna cause some problems. Then they point guard, it's gonna be fun. I think her name Paige. She look good too, so her versus Clark gonna be a good matchup or whatever like that. But most people got, what is it, South Carolina winning it all because they undefeated. So we'll see how that goes. So it might just be another case, where Caitlin Clark come up short because she's just not on a good enough team. And our team played good today also, but you could tell like she put her team, like her passing, like she put her teammates in good positions. And then when they double her, she unselfish too. So she a real good player. That's why I said she got the Jordan mentality. And the mentality of knowing the game of basketball to where she know when to shoot, she know when to ball hard, she know when not to. So definitely for sure. And the only weakness I've seen from her is that she had a lot of turnovers these past 2 games and stuff like that. Like I could tell, like she even said she get overwhelmed by the pressure of the game. So, when everything is on you and stuff getting tight, and that's why I always give Jordan and Kobe, props and all that, and certain star players and stuff, because when them lights get bright and the game is close and your team is looking at you and you gotta make a bucket or you gotta do something, like that's a lot of pressure. So I can see sometimes she had to learn, like, as she mature too, because she young, like she gonna mature more into it to where she gonna have to learn how to slow the game down and not be so antsy and stuff like that. So, and I could tell all of that about her too. Just the way that she play, I could see her mentality, like, a lot. So, but yeah, she definitely the truth for sure, for sure. She definitely like they said, I don't know if she gonna say women basketball, but this is the first time that I'm watching for sure. I ain't never cared to watch no women's basketball game, and she actually got me doing it. And then a lot of people I know was actually watching the game and talking about it too. And then it's all over social media and stuff like that. So we'll end up seeing it. Then it's a couple other good players. Like I said, if Angel Reese go to the WNBA, but I know, and I think Juju gonna have to wait another year or two. But then they got what's her name that plays for South Carolina? She gonna be a high draft pick too. And then but got somebody else gonna be a high draft pick that they were showing. Like, it's a lot of good players coming into the WNBA. So we'll see if that helps, the WNBA. But one thing I will say, and I'm gonna leave with this, and I'm gonna leave this into my next video, is that this LSU versus Iowa game was better than any NBA game I've seen this year. Like the competitiveness, like, them playing hard, like it was better than any NBA game I've seen this year so far. But in defense, I don't be caring about the NBA, and it's always boring into the playoffs. So I know NBA playoffs haven't came up yet. So maybe when that come up, things will get more interesting. But for me, it ain't gonna really get interesting to the conference or the finals for real. Like that's when I'm gonna start really watching and caring. When the conference finals end up coming around, because all of this other stuff is just it's just BS and don't really care about. The only good thing is that there ain't no clear-cut winner, like when KD was on the Warriors and we just knew they was winning. But I do believe the Nuggets should still be favorites. I know the Timberwolves didn't have the best record, but I don't trust them because they be losing easy games. And I don't like Anthony Edwards like a lot of other people. And then my pick was the Bucks with Dame and Giannis. They've been looking funny, and I don't trust Doc Rivers. Them making Doc Rivers their coach is just asking for them to choke. And then the Celtics have to prove it because every year they've been looking good in the regular season and they choke. I'm not picking I'm not picking the Lakers, even though that's my team, and but no, LeBron and Anthony Davis, we know they can't be dependent on, point blank, period. So it's really up in the air for real. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it with this. Like, yeah, Caitlin Clark, if you're not paying attention, she definitely is worth all of the hype that that they've been talking about. And you can watch her game and see that she knows the fundamentals. Like, she's a hooper for real. Like, you can besides her athleticism, that's why I said you can't compare her to any male or anything like that. But for a female, like, she can hoop. That's all I can say to it. And then it's all skill. It's not even size, like how Angel Reese kind of is. Like you could tell, like that shot is pure. Her decision making, her court vision, all of that stuff is just straight skill and the knowledge of basketball. So yeah, shout out to my B-Day twin. I'm out.
Clark pulls up, another deep one is good. Here's Stolke, back to Clark. Stolke lays it in, plus the foul. In. Here's Clark, and Clark is fouled, and she will have a chance for a 40-point. In the Elite Eight last year, where Caitlin Clark had a 41-point triple-double, she has a 40-point rebounds. 13th career 40-point game. A rematch with LSU. Clark evades. That will do it.